bricked up.
I didn't naturally puke, but I was like, I got to get this out of my system. So I went to the tree line and I made myself puke.
For sure.
And then that's the first thing I did. Then I went to our corpsman. Our corpsman is our medic. And I was like, hey, doc, what do you do when you drink diesel fuel? And he pauses for a second. He's like, I honestly say I've never gotten that question before. I don't know.
Dad brought some tamales up from there's a tamale stand back where our other house is, and they brought the sauce with it, which was really awesome, which was kind of...
What kind of sauce?
It was like a Mexican table crema, but with like serranos just like pureed into it. So it was like, it was awesome. Not so much the second time around.
Yeah. You think it was the serranos that did it to you?
It's something like that. It's super spicy.
Yeah.
So it's like,
the spicy with like the milk-based crema.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. The 1-2 punch.
Yeah. So, there were some issues the morning because they had them for dinner. And then I said, hey, let's fucking have them for breakfast before we go to work. So visited the can at work a couple times. Like, okay, no problem. It's like, okay, time to go home. Middle of the way home, driving home. And it's just like, oh, I need to go faster. Let's go into sport mode here. Get home. Get out of the vehicle. Get inside. Hi, Dad. What's up? Taking off my boots. Run upstairs. It was like, he's like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? So I get up and about in one motion, because I work in a refrigerator, so I got all these layers on. I'm trying to get everything off. So like in the motion, I'm trying to go down one motion, get on the pod and down. It's like, as soon as I bent over, it was like I farted and it was like, oh, that was something there. That was a photo finish once I got down.
We have so many people at my job now that have like pants shitting stories.
Yes.
We had one the other day. One of the guys, you know who he is. He listens to the podcast too, so I'm sure he's going to see this. But we have a hilarious story about how he was out there in the eastern part of the state. It was two of our workers, and he said he didn't have to take a shit, didn't have to do anything. He was just standing there and just fucking sneezed. He went achoo, 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 and then the guy told me that was with him. He was just like, he said he went. Grabbed his ass and he goes, I think I just shit myself. Bro. Dude. And then he just walked inside. Oh, the kicker too. So he walked back into where they were working at, went to the bathroom, took his shorts off, shit all in them. Went in there, wiped his ass, cleaned his ass, and threw away his boxer shorts. His boxer shorts, he'd had them for like 2 days. They were brand new.
He just sneezed.
Yeah. He's just like, he goes, I think I just shit myself. And then fucking went to the bathroom.
That's why when you sneeze, you lose control of your butthole a little bit, which is why sometimes you sneeze fart or sneeze shart, which I've done a couple times.
I've seen dogs lose control of their asshole when they're barking.
Oh. Just like a full body convulsion.
Yeah. Anybody who says that it doesn't happen to them in their adult life is lying.
It does. It happens often.
It hadn't happened to me until like a year ago, and then it happened.
Yeah.
But
it's happened a couple of times to me.
No,
we talked about that in one of the earlier episodes.
Yeah, like episode 2, whatever. But yeah, shit happens. That's what
I've come close in the last few weeks because I got COVID a few weeks ago, and during that time there was a few close calls, but
sometimes you just gamble. You're just like, I know this could go either or. Let's roll the dice.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm at the point in my life where I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's just like,
if it happens, it happens. Because like, dude, if I do shit myself, I'm just going home. Yeah. What's the worst that's gonna happen?
Yeah. I do wonder. Like, I kind of wish for my initial story from the other episode when I shit myself at school, and I just. I skipped the next. Yeah, that one. I skipped the next class and just drove home. I kind of wish my professor like emailed me or something, and I would like ask for an excuse or whatever. I could just be honest, be like, I shit myself.
Yeah.
So I drove home. What would you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did have a guy shit himself at work not too long ago. He's not quite all there, but
Me, that's not funny. But
yeah. Yeah, he's an interesting character, but I guess he's down in the warehouse. He usually takes out our cardboard and trash because we make a shit ton of that. I guess he was out in the warehouse and just let one rip and had a little extra.
Oh, yeah.
So it like dropped down his pants and stuff, and I guess he walked all the way back over to talk to us and say, "Yo, gotta go." It's like, really?
Dude, speaking of dark brown liquids, have you ever had mole?
I think so, a couple times.
Yeah.
Some of them have
your
like
family's from chocolate.
Some of them have like chocolate bases to them too.
Yeah. Well, that's what they all are. They're all chocolate based.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So he's never had it.
It's like using chocolate on things that you never would have used chocolate on.
We talked about it in the last episode.
Yeah, no, I mean before that I never heard of it. What is it again?
It's good. It's like chocolate. They put it on like enchiladas.
Yeah,
but it's not sweet though.
No, it's like they use like the cocoa bean and
stuff. It's like savory.
Yeah,
I'd have to taste it. I can't because I'm picturing just like Hershey's chocolate melted over an enchilada, and I'm like, why would you do that?
It's not quite the chocolate as it is the cocoa beans.
Just imagine like an earthier enchilada. Yeah. Buzzing.
Mm-hmm. I'll try it. It's hard for me to imagine it being good without trying it, though.
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome. They'll even put stuff like nutmeg in there and stuff too. It's like stuff that you don't associate with Mexican food.
Yeah. Dude, something weird that I figured out was that they have like Mexican oregano.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is like a very common.
Sounds like a nickname.
Sounds like a nickname for weed. Sounds like a nickname for weed for sure.
Yeah.
But they have Mexican oregano. Like I bought it, and it's I don't know. I mean, without looking it up, I don't know if it's exactly the same thing as just like regular oregano. But I use it in Mexican food, and it hits. Yeah. You can't tell. Oh, yeah. It doesn't taste like Italian food when you use it. Yeah. I swear. It's good.
I'd be down. Make some tacos and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Put that on there. All right. So while we're on the topic of food, and last episode you started the overrated, underrated, which I really liked. I thought that was a great idea. And so I thought of another one, overrated, underrated, ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise.
So which one are you talking about? Ketchup?
Just all three. You could go through we'll start with ketchup.
I'd say it's properly rated. Ketchup has to be properly rated. I think it gets a lot of, it might even be a touch overrated because people put ketchup on so much stuff. You put them on, it's like a staple. Like when you go to a fast food restaurant, they're giving you ketchup. You know? So in that sense of the word, it's fucking way overrated because it's not that good. But at the same time, it's underrated for the exact same reason. They give it to you at every place, and people don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate it because I'm not really a huge fan.
I hardly ever use ketchup anymore ever since I found sriracha like 20 years ago. But there's still a handful of things that ketchup goes on. So a lot of that's
being number one.
I really don't dip my fries in anything. It's weird.
Depending on the type of fries, like steak fries and stuff.
Yeah.
But even then, I'd rather dip it in something else. Yeah. Like an
mustard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So mustard mixed with mayo, like an aioli, is probably one of the best. Most of the sauces, like Chick-fil-A sauce, Cane sauce, all these sauces, it's some sort of aioli with other stuff they've added to make it theirs.
Yeah.
But I am not a fan of ketchup. I think it's extremely overrated. I don't even think we should get it with our... I would rather it be like in Europe where you get mayonnaise with your... Like if you go to McDonald's in Italy or France or whatever, they give you little packets of mayonnaise. I think that's better than ketchup.
I mean, if you said we should get little packets of ranch, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I'm all about it.
I think most people would be all about it.
Aioli, which is pretty much just fucking mayonnaise, then no.
I mean, ranch is just like what? Mayonnaise, sour cream with
milk.
Yeah, milk.
And then fucking
seasonings.
Seasoning, yeah.
So so for ketchup,
too huge on ranch.
So with ketchup, you think it's slightly overrated. I think it's extremely overrated. How about you with ketchup?
Probably a little overrated because seeing how I've been pretty much able to eliminate it from almost all of my life for the last 20 years or so. Mm-hmm. It just kind of goes on burgers. It works good on there. And then I make fried egg sandwiches a lot at my house, and it pairs up with eggs, scrambled eggs and stuff good on a sandwich. It's kind of like must have.
Yeah,
that's like it.
With eggs, I would use hot sauce, and with burgers, I'd use mayo and mustard.
Yeah.
So I don't even
burgers, I also put mayo on, but sometimes it's like,
You have to have ketchup on
ketchup hits
on
on
a
burgers.
burger, bro.
You
have to have ketchup on a burger.
I don't put ketchup
if
on
it's
burgers.
not a barbecue burger, you have to have ketchup.
Or you do all three where you got your ketchup, your mayonnaise, and your mustard.
I do mayo and mustard.
No, you have to. The Holy Trinity.
Yeah.
I don't put ketchup on my burgers. I don't put them on my hot dogs.
Holy Trinity of the burger: ketchup, mustard, mayo. And if you're not doing the Holy Trinity, barbecue sauce. Throw some bacon on that bitch.
That's another good overrated and underrated.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm about to hijack your underrated, ranch. I know you just talked a lot of shit about it.
Yeah.
What do you think? Underrated, overrated ranch?
I think ranch is really good. I think it's a little overrated.
It's kind of hyped.
Yeah. It is. Within the past few decades, I think people have realized that it's, I guess, not used as much as it could be because it is good. I'm not trying to talk shit about ranch. Ranch is good. It's just there's a lot of hype and controversial opinion. I prefer blue cheese.
Yeah. I kind of go for blue cheese now.
Nice. It's not.
I'm not gonna talk shit about blue cheese because it is good. And if you don't like blue cheese, you're a child. But I mean, ranch is such superior sauce. I think it's probably the best sauce out there.
I do remember, I want to say it was like middle school, people started putting, you get those little fake square pizzas that are just extremely greasy.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember people started putting ranch on it. And
yeah, I was in
like middle school. And it never crossed my mind. And then I did it. I was like, all right, yeah, this is a good idea.
Well, but the first time you see it, though, you're like, that looks disgusting.
Yeah. But then, in the back of your mind, you're like, I wonder.
And then you try it.
And it's good.
And it's so damn good.
Oh, yeah. It's good.
It's got to be so bad for you, too.
Oh,
so,
probably.
but my personal opinion on ranch, underrated, overrated. Properly rated. I think it's properly rated.
I'm close to that.
It's really hyped up there, but for good reason, though. It's fucking fire. It's flames. The fact that you can put it on lettuce and still salvage it. Lettuce sucks ass. And you pour ranch on it. Tell me you're going to do that with barbecue sauce. Tell me you're going to do that with ketchup. Tell me you're going to do that with mustard. Tell me you're going to do that with mayonnaise. You ain't gonna. It's properly rated. Ranch the goat. You can do that with blue cheese too. Don't get me wrong.
What's coleslaw?
Coleslaw?
Pretty much cabbage, mayonnaise.
That's pretty much
maybe some different.
You said you wouldn't be using mayonnaise, but I can see you doing that.
You could do the coleslaw with ranch.
It's not lettuce.
Else. Yeah, cabbage, lettuce. It's not lettuce. It's different.
Yeah.
But
cabbage ain't lettuce. Guess what?
Cabbage is just crunchy lettuce.
No, it's spicy lettuce, bro.
It's crunchy lettuce. Doesn't taste any different. It's just
yes, it does.
Crunchy.
It tastes way different.
Speaking of which, when I first got out of, by the way, I'm a Marine.
Really?
I know you're gonna fuck with me, so I'm gonna. But when I first got out, never cooked. Cooking's a hobby of mine now. But when I first got out, I had no idea how to make food. I was making burgers every day. And I was like, all right, I got to start learning how to make some stuff. But before I learned how to cook, I was making burgers and sandwiches and stuff. And I went to the grocery store and I bought a head of cabbage, thinking it was lettuce. And I made several sandwiches with cabbage. And I kept thinking, man, this is some crunchy lettuce. And it wasn't until the next time I went to the store to get more, I was like, that's why it was crunchy. And then I got lettuce. So yeah, I think it tastes the same. It's just crunchy lettuce.
It doesn't taste the same, and your taste buds are shot like a motherfucker.
Yeah, because of hot sauce.
Is coming from
which,
the same,
by the way,
this is coming from the same motherfucker that said that they didn't realize that they drink fucking diesel fuel.
I never said I didn't realize it. I immediately realized it.
No,
why were you
didn't say
diesel?
that?
Did we talk about this on another episode?
No.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, now we have to.
Well, you fucking. No, you told me that you drank like 3 swallows, and then you were like,
oh, well, yeah, because, okay. Context.
I'm pretty sure I would have opened it up and smelled it immediately. It's diesel fuel.
Context, all right? So, this was back when I was in the Marine Corps. We were doing training. It was like a week in the woods for a field op, and it was like the dead of winter. And my nose was stopped up and I couldn't smell anything, right? And it was morning twilight, so I couldn't really see. You could see outlines and stuff. And someone thought it was a good idea to put our fuel jugs right next to our water jugs, which the only way you could really tell them apart is that one is gray and one is tan. But again, couldn't see anything other than really outlines, and I forgot that that's also where we kept the fuel jugs. I was just thinking, oh, there's the water. And I fill up my canteen with what I thought was water, and I took like 2 or 3 big gulps of it. And it wasn't until I went down, the fumes came back up, and that's when, even though my nose was stopped up, I smelled it. And I was just like, oh, fuck. I had no idea until after the fumes came back up. And yeah, also, speaking of shitting yourself, I didn't shit myself, but I did continuously go back to the tree line. I started running out of socks. But
running out of socks?
Yeah, I didn't have any toilet paper. Dude.
Oh, man.
But, yeah. And
you didn't throw up, though?
So, oh yeah, that's the other thing. I didn't naturally puke, but I was like, I got to get this out of my system. So I went to the tree line, and I made myself puke.
For sure.
And then that's the first thing I did. Then I went to our corpsman. Our corpsman is our medic. And I was like, hey, doc, what do you do when you drink diesel fuel? And he pauses for a second. He's like, I honestly say I've never gotten that question before. I don't know. Let me think about it. He's like, well, I'm not entirely sure of the details, but I know you shouldn't throw up. And I was like,
that's the exact opposite of what I thought.
The one thing I took the liberty of doing myself. I was like, too late there. He said, apparently it coming back up, there's a chance of it like getting in your lungs and poisoning you or something. I was like, well, too late. And he's like, well,
you probably should have like
what?
Eaten activated charcoal or something.
Well, what I said, fuck it. If I'm going to go, I'm going to go. And so I smoked. This is back when I smoked cigarettes. I smoked a cigarette. It's probably not the best idea. Hashtag Marine Corps. And then, yeah, that's about all I could smell or taste for about 3 days. That was the worst part about it. Literally, 2 days later, I'd wake up smelling it. I'd drink water. I would eat an MRE. Everything tasted and smelled like diesel fuel. And so before then, I thought gasoline smelled nice. I thought it smelled good, like Sharpie markers and paint. Yeah. But
diesel smells...
It smells different.
Yeah. It smells more.
Yeah, but it makes me gag now.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Every time you fill up?
I'm like, just bad memories of, I don't know how I survived. Yeah, gasoline, I wouldn't recommend it.
No.
Overrated.
Yeah.
Too expensive right now anyway.
Oh, yeah, it's super expensive. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had any moment where I ingested something just so fucking putrid that I might die. Actually, one time when I was in elementary school, I fucking deep-throated a pen one day and got all the ink in my mouth. I don't know what I was doing. I was just fucking sitting there. My entire fucking mouth, bro. Fucking black as hell, bro.
Oh, God. Someone did that in one of my classes before. They would chew on the backs of their pen. I guess they sucked it just like, boom.
That's exactly what I did, bro. Fucking mouth full. And, dude, you know what's funny? So I did that, and then I told the teacher, and I went straight to the fucking nurse, and she just, like, gave me, I don't even know what it was. She helped me wash my mouth out. And then the next day, I remember this because it was one of my buddies that I grew up with, and he did the exact same thing, and he was, like, told the teacher, like, hey, I'm fucking, you know, because I don't know, whatever. She told him to sit down and shut up. Shut up might not be the exact word, but she just said, you're going to be okay. And I remember looking over at him, his whole mouth was covered in fucking black. And I was just like,
I don't think that's...
No, it's not legal, that's for sure. Yeah. But she was just, I don't know. I guess she just knew that I had done it on accident, and then she was going to nip it. She was going to nip it in the bud right off the bat. Like, she didn't want more kids doing it, you know? Yeah. So she was like, just sit there. You'll be okay. Like, savage. Miss Fricks, you're a bitch.
That's awesome. Well, before it gets too off topic, I am very curious because I've been on a mustard binge lately. Mm-hmm. Overrated, underrated mustard.
I live off of mustard.
It's hella underrated.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Mustard, dude. I
agree.
think you hit a certain age, and then mustard just gets that fucking...
Maybe, because I didn't
hits that fucking
before
spot,
I could take it or leave it, but lately I've been...
Well, I mean, as a kid, bro, mustard was fucking gross.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you remember hot dogs back in the day? Give me ketchup all day, bro.
Yeah.
to get that mustard shit
Now
out of
it's
here.
mustard.
Now it's
Yeah,
get
now
that
it's peanut
ketchup
mustard.
shit out of here,
Now,
bro.
yeah, like I've been making brats, and I'll put sauerkraut and mustard, nothing else. Sometimes cheese.
Yeah, that's pretty
Cheese
much
on
what
a
I
dog's
do.
pretty good.
Yeah,
Sometimes I'll put kimchi instead of sauerkraut, but
that
Dude, there's
sounds pretty good actually.
it's not bad.
yeah, I don't know about all that.
Kimchi's
There's
pretty
a-
much slightly spicy
Yeah,
sauerkraut.
it's kind of spicy sauerkraut.
Yeah, it's really. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Actually.
If you put it on a brat, then okay.
Yeah.
On a regular hot dog, no.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I can.
There's a place back home down in Georgia. They would make they make chili dogs, and you could put coleslaw on that bitch.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
know it sounds fucking gross.
Not really. That
It
doesn't sound bad at all.
fucking slaps hardcore, and you gotta put mustard on and onions, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, onions. That's another thing I'd
Onions.
put on hot dogs and brats. That's good too.
Yeah.
If I-
Mustard is severely slept on. I mean, if you're under the age of 13,
Yeah.
okay, I understand it. But if you're over the age of 13, grow the
Yeah.
fuck up and just eat the mustard.
Yep. It's
It's
Yeah.
good. It's
Mustard is good, and
it's
there's
good.
so many varieties
Yeah.
too.
yeah.
They have so many different levels of sweetness and,
Dude,
and
just the
sourness
regular yellow
and
mustard.
Yeah. So for
Good.
the past few
Yeah.
years, I've only been getting. I grew up. My dad called it dirty mustard, so I got used to calling it that. But like brown mustard,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then all the other different types of mustard. Lately, I've gone back to just what you just said, just regular yellow mustard.
Yeah, I haven't done
And-
yellow in a while. We're
Brown,
on.
God,
brown mustard's
slaps.
good, but yellow mustard's good for like Sammy's and
Honestly,
hot dogs.
yeah,
Hot dogs,
Yeah.
man.
yeah.
It's classic.
Yeah.
And breakfast sandwiches.
Oh,
you got the
okay.
sausage,
Dude,
egg, and
fuck
cheese,
yeah, bro.
and
Yes,
mustard
bro.
on that.
It
bitch.
doesn't like you can have a spectacular breakfast sandwich, and it can be really really great. You put a little bit of mustard on the bitch, it takes it over the top.
Yeah.
Like it really does.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
I've been doing
I agree.
horseradish Dijon is usually what's stocked in my cupboard.
That is good. Horseradish. I have
Oh, yeah.
horseradish mustard. It's brown mustard with
Yeah.
horseradish. But that sounds good too.
Yeah.
It's essentially the
Same
same thing.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really.
That's what I've been doing a lot of. Then what I really like the White Castle mustard, the Dusseldorf. They used to sell it in stores. So it's like, oh, cool. I don't have to go to the White Castle to buy their overpriced container. I can get it here, and now I can't find it anywhere. It's just like, oh, come on.
There is a very specific. Boar's Head makes a. They call it.
It's like cheese
Chipotles.
head or something.
They call it Chipotles. It's obviously, as you probably have figured out, Chipotle mayonnaise.
Chipotle.
Okay.
Yeah, but I can't explain what it tastes like, obviously, but it is amazing. It's really good on all sorts of stuff. But if you want to make like chicken wraps and stuff, like tacos, instead of making it like taco sauce and spicy and stuff, you add that, and it's just like it's fire. I'm just gonna. It's
Okay.
fire. It's good.
Yeah, I've
That's
seen all
crazy.
those different
It's
mayonnaise
sweeter than
combinations.
It's not even really spicy. It's sweeter than you would expect, especially for something that I'd recommend. like that.
Mustard?
It's Chipotle mayonnaise, but it's kind of like an aioli, pretty much. But it's the more I talk, the less I'm articulating about what it really is.
More like-
I think I have some. I'll show you some when we're done here. It's fucking good.
Aioli.
And I we're talking about some weird shit you eat. A buddy of mine went to culinary school. I've told you about this, I think. And he was telling me about how some things like how tastes react to other tastes, and how some things taste better or worse than you would initially expect them to be. And he showed me mayonnaise, peanut butter, and tomato sandwiches. She doesn't like that. And I did that, except I did the Chipotles, and that shit was awesome.
You actually did that? I know you were talking about it in the
Oh,
last
yeah.
episode because we were talking about
I did.
we were talking about
It's good.
what's the dude's name?
try
that
try
made,
it with the Chipotle.
what's the black dude's name that made peanut butter?
George Washington Carver.
Yes,
Yeah, that's it.
so we were talking about him last episode, and when you said that, I was like, oh yeah, without him, we wouldn't have Reese's peanut butter, we wouldn't have peanut butter jelly, and then you said, well, yeah, we wouldn't have peanut butter, mayonnaise, and tomato sandwiches. So I was like, oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
you were fucking kidding, bro.
Not kidding, dude. Yeah,
I
I
thought
said
you were
that because it would make
Yeah.
people go like, what? What the
It's like,
fuck?
what?
It sounds nasty, and even like
I'm
It's
pretty sure
shocking.
it's not good. I'm just gonna be honest. It
it might
disgusting.
not. It's so it's not as disgusting as you would expect with regular mayonnaise. It's probably not great. It's okay.
So then why would you eat that if it's just tolerable? What's the point?
Whoa! No, when I tried it though, I tried it with that Chipotle's, and it slapped. I think a little bit of spicy on it.
Okay.
Shit. There's no explaining it. I don't know why it tastes
Would you
good.
consider it bussin'?
Yeah.
Actually, bussin'.
It's like it's the texture.
Okay, no, I don't think you.
Yes.
Fucking McDonald's fries when they're peak. That's bussin'.
Mm.
Are they McDonald's fries at peak bussin'?
Okay, I don't think that's a good example.
Okay,
but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, that is a great example. You know. Okay.
I know what you're talking about, but
I mean, I
we just
prefer the
talked about
Burger King
that.
fries.
I think it depends. I think it's a really good like comfort food winter time because it's like, okay, put it this way: the texture is like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You know, it's a sandwich, but it doesn't really have as much substance, so it's soft.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. So if you're in the mood for something like that,
The tomato is throwing me, bro.
yeah, I don't even really like tomato.
I fuck with tomatoes. I fuck with tomato sandwich.
Yeah.
How about you try that sandwich without the peanut butter? Just have a tomato sandwich. That shit's
Tomato
fire.
mayonnaise.
Tomato and mayonnaise with salt and pepper.
Yeah,
Change your life.
that could work.
No, it doesn't
Tomato
just work.
and
It does
Chipotle.
work.
It does.
It's fucking good.
Tomato and Chipotle. I'll give it a shot. But
Could
you'd
use
be
some-
surprised. The peanut butter adds a... When we're done here, if we have the ingredients, we're making that shit and you're trying.
Okay, we can. I'm not gonna like it. I'll tell you right now.
Well, I mean...
I've made up
knowing you,
I've
you're
made up my mind.
Yeah, you're stubborn
beforehand.
enough. You
I'm
might,
not gonna
you
like
might
it.
eat it, and it could be amazing. And you're going to be like, ugh.
I'm not
just
gonna
never
like it.
gonna
I
admit it.
promise.
It's like when people try sushi and they've decided that they're not
yeah.
going to like it. Then they
Sushi
like,
slaps.
Oh yeah, like
sushi does.
I don't like fish, but I love sushi,
It doesn't taste like
and I
fish.
don't understand.
It's
yeah,
like a buddy of mine. I mentioned I ordered Chinese food. He's like, you want some of this? He's like, what is that? I said, crab rangoon. He's like, I don't like seafood.
it's like no, trust me.
I'm like,
It's like 90% cream cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you allergic or do you not like it?
Yeah.
yeah.
You allergic to good food? You
Yeah.
Fucking pleb. Alright, I gotta pee. So did y'all hear about this chick? Not this chick, but this child that got attacked. I think it was out in California. I may be wrong, but by a freaking mountain lion out in the woods.
No.
Yeah, she's 9 years old. This happened like about 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
She got attacked out in the woods, fought for her fucking life. Didn't kill the mountain lion, but the mountain lion fucking left her alone. She survived. She had to have major surgery though.
Oh yeah.
She got
Well, the fact that she
ripped to
survived.
shreds. Yeah,
The mountain lions get up to be 90-ish pounds or so,
yeah,
so they're aggressive kitties.
yeah. They are. Oh, it was in Washington actually. It wasn't
Okay.
in fucking.
Yeah, they still got them up
On the
there.
West Coast.
It was a cougar. Cougar,
Okay.
not a mountain lion. But I mean, what's the difference between a cougar and a mountain
First
lion?
of all, why are there so many different types of
North American wildcats.
Yeah.
Well, there's cougar, puma,
You got your
mountain
bobcat.
lion,
Jaguar.
your jaguar. They're all similar. It's like how many different types are there?
Yeah, this is the girl. I guess they had to like. Yeah, dude.
Oof.
Badass.
Yeah.
9 years old. Sometimes
It take out her eye.
Might have.
I
Or
don't
is it
I
just
don't know if
healing?
it did entirely.
She's just waiting for it to heal, maybe.
Yeah, but that's her. I mean, it happened like 2 weeks ago. She must be like doing pretty good. Because I mean, I remember when it first happened. Like all we saw was her in the hospital. It wasn't like she was out smiling and doing news interviews. Which is a good sign.
That is a good sign.
Yeah.
Where do you find this stuff?
Just find out about it, bro. Keep my ear to the street.
Yeah.
Grindstone.
So you gotta stay strapped or get clapped.
You never finished your
That was California.
overrated, underrated though.
Probably with a sword. What?
You
Yeah.
never finished your overrated, underrated
I did.
ketchup and mustard.
Yeah. We never got
we
the
did-
mayonnaise.
We didn't do
Never
mayo.
did mayo. We can save it for later. I feel like ketchup and mustard's like hand in hand.
Yeah.
I did cut
Mayo.
in and do the ranch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, mayo, I'd say I have kind of 2 points from my opinion on mayo. I think as far as mayo goes, I'd say it's appropriately
Yeah.
rated. Now,
It's
in
underrated.
regards to using it to make like an aioli, like mixing it with other stuff, like
Yeah,
all
it's
these other special
underrated.
sauces from all these restaurants, I would agree with it being overrated. If you're gonna mix it into stuff, it's
Underrated.
I meant
you mean?
over. I meant underrated. Yes,
It's
So-
underrated as fuck.
I agree. If I'm just gonna put mayo on something by itself,
Yeah.
it's
good on
it's
the
all right.
sandwiches, dude. Fucking Cane's
I just like
sauce,
mixing stuff
Zaxby's
into it.
sauce, all that shit has
It's
it
all
in it.
mayo based.
It's always it's got mayo in it. Fucking
A lot of stuff is mayo based. Yeah, like I've
Yeah.
had wasabi
potato
aioli
salad,
Oh, yeah.
bitch.
with all sorts of stuff.
Potato salad, bitch.
Oh,
Chicken
yeah.
salad, bitch.
Got me that
Pasta
tuna.
salad, bitch.
I make a lot of tuna sandwiches. I always gotta have mayo.
You know I'm white trash. I be eating them salads that don't have no lettuce. in
Even
them.
I just like making the a dip for fries, for instance.
Yeah.
Almost always has mayo in it, like those special homemade ones,
Even just
restaurant made.
simple
ones.
sandwich. You got enough nice soft bread like a potato or a white bread, bologna, cheese, mayo.
That's the whitest shit.
It is, but it's good. It's the widest sandwich on earth, but it's good.
If you don't have mayo,
You're not.
Yeah,
wrong.
it's not quite the
that-
same without
But
mayo.
if you,
Well-
but if you hit it with mustard, though.
You could.
That's what I was
Mustard,
about
it's
to
good.
say.
You hit it with mustard, though.
I'm not a huge fan of bologna, but I do remember when I was a kid,
Yeah.
my mom introduced me to what she had when she was a kid. She said it was a bologna and mustard sandwich.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I was
bro.
like, that's fucking disgusting. I was a kid. So
Yeah,
I
bro.
didn't
They
do that.
be they be
But
eating
then I
that
had
shit
it.
on Scooby Doo, bro.
Shit slaps. That's
Yeah,
good.
fucking
I
Shaggy.
mean, a lot of times I'll have mustard on one slice of bread and the mayonnaise on the other.
No, I put the mayo
I
on the
haven't tried that,
bread.
but I can see how that.
I don't.
Yeah.
I put the mayo on the bread. I put the mustard on the bread. I put if you got cheese, if you're rich like that,
Yeah.
you put the cheese down. If you don't have that, then you put the bologna down. Then you put the bread on, and that should be busting. If you want to get super fancy though, put down the mayo, the mustard, salt, pepper,
Oh yeah.
hot sauce on that. Bitch,
I always
bro.
keep skipping salt and pepper on sandwiches. It's like
It
an
needs
amazing
it, bro.
thing you can do to every sandwich.
It needs it.
that I
You
never
just
think
bring
to
it up,
do.
yeah. And I keep forgetting about it. Never, but
Same.
Salt and pepper got to.
and always I'm at the Subway and they're like salt and pepper. Like, yeah, sure.
Dude, anytime you're putting mayonnaise down
Yeah.
on a sammy, you can always put hot sauce.
Oh yeah.
Because it's
That's
gonna,
indeed
because
the
it's
way it
gonna,
was for me.
it's gonna be fucking, because it's gonna fucking mix
Yeah.
and it's gonna be good.
Hot
like-
sauce goes good on tons of stuff.
Yeah,
Not
but
gonna
if you-
say everything.
yeah. But if I'm saying like, if you're like bread, mayo, mustard, whatever, you don't want to put bread, mayo, mustard, bologna, and then hot sauce in the thing. You want the hot sauce mixing, matching, molding in with the fucking mayo, bro.
Yeah. You put all
It
your
just makes it a
condiments on the
better
bread.
You're
sauce.
describing an aioli. You're making a spicy.
Yes.
You're making some
The
version
Tabasco
of
aioli.
the Chipotle.
I just don't like the word aioli. You're out here saying aioli
Aioli.
like it ain't fucking mayonnaise.
It's
bro.
flavored mayonnaise.
Yeah, it's mayonnaise.
It's a
and
fancy
mustard
word for
and
flavored
hot
mayonnaise.
sauce.
Yeah. I always go to my
Mayonnaise
sriracha.
by itself
Think
is
you're
okay.
fucking bougie with your French words?
It's
you piece of
okay.
shit.
I'm gonna start calling it mayo mix.
Okay, that's
A
better,
mayo
honestly.
by itself is okay, but mayo mixed with shit is off.
Have you had Duke's, bro? Duke's
Oh,
slaps.
Duke's is awesome.
Yeah, bro.
Duke
Mayonnaise.
shows up
See,
at
exactly.
the work kitchen.
Oh, the brand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. I know. what
Duke's
you're talking
mayo is good.
Duke's is the best mayo.
about. I honestly.
Sponsor us, Duke's.
Yes, please.
I don't. I think the last. I don't remember
They
the last
sponsor
time.
the Duke's Bowl where they got dumped
Yeah.
mayonnaise on the coach. Come on, you can sponsor us.
You know, I didn't really think about it till just now. I think it's legitimately been years since I've had mayo without mixing it into something.
Wow.
Because I use mayo all the time to make stuff. I just like I'll put it on.
You remember when you came over to my
Every
house?
time I have mayo, I have at least mustard with it.
You remember when you came over to my house and I went straight white trash and just mixed mayonnaise with everything?
You made what was that? I think
Some
you made
kinda
coleslaw.
It was like, yeah, it was.
You had it was the whitest. I take back what I said to you. The whitest thing I've ever seen in my life. He had a bowl this big, and he had like some cabbage, and like a whole thing of mayo, just
the whole jug.
the whole thing in there.
It wasn't that much.
And it's stirring
It wasn't
like
that much.
wop, just stirring it. It pours more.
Wop, wop,
I'm looking at him like, you white motherfucker, what are you doing?
I didn't even realize that.
You looked like you were making like a. You were like part
Was
of a
it
music
good though?
video
Was
making
it good
fun
though?
of white people.
Was it good though? It's pretty good.
Mayonnaise
Still.
makes things good.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize until like later when you told me, and I was just like, "Damn, yeah, you're right."
It looked like a prank or a joke or something.
You can mix mayonnaise with anything and it'd be good.
Pretty much.
It's underrated.
Yeah.
I stand by that. Underrated.
It's kind of changed my mind.
Underrated as fuck.
Yeah, it's underrated because when
it's underrated.
Once you break it down,
it's pretty much an ingredient.
Yeah. Once you break it down and realize how much shit it's in that you consume on the regular, it's like, yeah, it's everywhere.
You know what? I take it back. Ketchup, overrated. Fuck ketchup.
Yeah.
I have.
That's insane.
Okay, it's not a TikTok. It's on Facebook. I sent you something on Facebook Messenger. It's the most recent video I sent you that is, I feel like, kind of relevant to our conversation.
Okay.
And is there any way you could put it up, or would you? How do you do this?
I'll just record it on my phone later.
Okay. Then I guess I'll just show it to you, and then you can put it up on the screen.
Yeah, one Latinos that make some noise. That's what I'm talking about.
Where are all the Latinos at?
For black people that make some noise, black people make some noise. Yeah. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up Magazine.
I feel like it's about to get racial.
White people make some noise. Yeah, like a good neighbor.
Was that the white people?
Yeah.
That's what it made me think of with all this mayonnaise talk.
Yeah. Mayonnaise, a lot of people.
Yeah.
So we've been playing. We've been doing Pokemans. Yeah, been bringing it back to the old school. Pokemon Silver, second
Soul
one
Silver.
that came out. He's been playing Soul Silver because he's a Gen Z ass motherfucker.
I haven't touched them in
Gen Z.
forever.
Yeah, no.
I grew up with the original Red and Blue, and I had
I did too, motherfucker.
Red and a Game Boy loaned to me from one of my sister's friends for a summer.
Yeah, I did.
Red was my first
motherfucker.
one.
Yeah.
Me too. Red was my first one. Were you red? Red?
Yeah, I was red.
I was red.
Gang.
All red.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Red.
What was
and
your
yellow.
starter?
I think I went Bulbasaur.
You son of a
What?
You had the red
Piece
one.
of
I know.
shit.
It's Charmander.
I did
But
Charmander.
I always
Second
liked-
time played through it was Bulbas. It was
No.
Squirtle.
Squirtle.
But
Same.
Blastoise had like the big fucking artillery on its back. I'm like, fuck yeah. That's what I want.
That's
Yeah.
Squirtle.
Yeah.
Fucking.
But when they evolved, I started with the Squirtle because eventually
but
you go to
said
Blastoise.
fucking.
You said Bulbasaur.
Oh, Bulbasaur. Did fuck.
Okay, I was gonna say
I've been drinking.
I've never met someone who started with Bulbasaur.
No.
Ever.
No,
Bulbasaur hits though.
I started with
I mean, he's
Squirtle.
good, but
Yeah.
he's lame.
Not. Yeah,
He's a leaf.
He's
He's
Yeah.
a fucking plant.
Okay, one's a dragon and one has two cannons on his
Yeah,
back.
he evolved,
And the
yeah.
other one's like.
I'm a plant.
I have an even bigger flower.
Yeah, like.
Yeah. Anyways, I have a topic. It's either or. Hitmonlee versus Hitmonchan.
I don't know who that is.
How the fuck? You'll recognize him. It's the
Wasn't
fighting,
there an entire episode about that?
fighting Pokemon? Kind of. I think they were all Hitmonchan.
I thought that
Yeah.
was like somebody's name.
No. Well, Hitmonlee was named after Bruce Lee and kind of designed after him a little bit.
Is this like a would you rather type question?
Yeah, kind of.
I'm out. I don't know either one of them.
You don't remember those? The fighting type?
Which one's the one on the right?
The one on the bottom right is Hitmonchan. Top
That's
left
the
is
one I'm
Hitmonlee.
Yeah, one was a basically kicking
It's a-
Pokemon.
one
The other
kicks-
one's
one
in
kicks
a
and
box.
one
Yes,
punches.
yeah, I know now. Now you say it. The punching. Taking the punching on
I
that.
always did kicking. I always did Hitmon.
Yeah.
Hitmonlee is the kicker.
Yeah, but the one that punches looks cooler.
That's the evolved
I
form.
disagree. I think the kicker's got. He kicks you.
The one that punches looks cooler. So Scott, you've been watching animes lately?
Not as much as I used to, because I've been distracted by other stuff and getting busy. But yeah, I watch a lot of it.
Overrated or underrated? Dragon Ball series.
The original Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z?
All of them
All of them?
together.
Well,
Like
Dragon Ball Z is the
entire-
only reason I even like it.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z got a lot of people
Dragon Ball
into
Z,
it.
Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball fucking GT.
I've only watched the Dragon Ball Z, but that was kind of like my gateway into the whole being a weeaboo.
Did you watch Dragon Ball Super?
No, I have not gotten into that yet.
But you watched
He
Dragon Ball
shows me
Z?
some of it.
Yeah.
But
It's good.
Dragon Ball Z is the only one in terms of what we're talking about. I'm just going to focus on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
That's the only one that I think
Everyone's
Overrated, underrated though.
That's a hard one because it's pretty highly regarded among the weebs.
Yeah.
So, and I think it's pretty cool. It's an awesome series.
Especially guys of our generation.
I'd say appropriately, but only because so many people love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's awesome.
I think appropriately, personally, maybe, and I love Dragon Ball Z and all that shit. I say maybe slightly overrated, and only for the fact that if you go back and you watch Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball, how many fucking filler episodes?
Oh God,
there?
yes.
Like that's like 90. That's like I don't know, 50% of anime. They all have fucking filler episodes. So don't get me wrong. So it's not. So
that was back when our attention span was
You can't judge
healthy.
them. You can't judge them solely on that because there are so many other animes with so much filler. But
like I say, most regular anime,
filler
one season, 12 episodes.
Yeah,
but
right.
then you got the longer running ones like the Dragon Ball Z, the Naruto's, and the other stuff. And you end up with a lot of filler because
if there was no filler, it would be appropriately rated.
I agree. It came out when people had healthy attention spans, but I've tried to go back and watch some Dragon Ball Z, and I couldn't do it. I think even to get through it, it has to at least.
You got to watch Dragon Ball Kai.
You have to at least watch the abridged version, which I believe
is what that is.
Which is the Kai, yeah, right. And even then, it's hard to get through because it's still mostly filler. Even the Kai.
Yeah.
And so to watch the original,
filler makes money.
You got to be multitasking or something like. I don't know, man. Like most of these people listening to this podcast, they're probably doing something else. That's what you got to do if you want to try to sit through Dragon Ball Z. And then I've tried sitting through the Kai. I didn't even notice much of a difference. It's still just so much.
It's like a third.
Kakarot.
Yeah.
You haven't even seen my final form.
What about how shitty of a dad Goku is?
Oh yeah.
Just fucking fighting all the time. Fuck my kids. Fuck my family. I'm just out here fighting.
Yeah.
Oh, my son's finally able to talk. You know what he should do? Fight with me. You know, like
just go run and hide to a different planet.
Yeah. Well, it's like, okay, so Goku was out here fighting for Earth this whole time. Like, I'm fighting for Earth, blah, blah, blah. 90% of the motherfuckers that are out here trying to take over Earth or try to fight against Earth, they're not there to take over Earth. They're there to fight this motherfucker Goku.
Yeah.
He's bringing the fucking motherfuckers. Go live on Mars, bitch.
Yeah.
Like,
that's a good point.
It's like you're the cause of all the problems here.
Like go live on another
It's like they're
planet.
coming to find you.
Literally. They're like, you're the strongest being in the galaxy. We're going to come fuck you up. Like,
or we're going to create these strong
shouldn't-
beings to fight you.
Maybe we shouldn't have the fucking playground, the fucking fighting zone, a place with 1 trillion people living.
Oh, yeah. It's
going
going to be in a major city here.
Yeah, like, it's like, oh my god, we can't be around here. We're going to... Dude, so many fights of theirs, they're like, oh, we're in the city. And then they fucking teleport out to the ocean or out to an island. Like, doesn't matter when they blow up the fucking Earth, bitch. Like, and what about the fact that they can just come back? Like, as long as the Earth isn't entirely exploded, they're just like, oh, he's dead. Is he, though?
Is he?
Like,
hey, we got the Dragon Balls.
Yeah.
yeah. Just bring it back.
That's what we do every time we get the Dragon Balls.
I love the show. It's my favorite anime
show.
ever.
Yeah.
It's slow as fuck.
It's overrated. A little bit. Slightly overrated.
I won't.
There's a lot of plot
disagree.
holes.
I said appropriately rated, but I was mostly thinking about the storyline of Dragon Ball Z itself, as opposed to
It was fire.
sitting through watching it and seeing how slow.
I remember having to.
Well, the thing
Cartoon
was,
Network,
come
man.
home. Yeah, come home.
You'd be
every
right on
day.
after work.
And it was every day. That's why they had so
And
much
it's like
filler.
the fight with Frieza took like 2 months.
Yeah.
And then they didn't have any new episodes dubbed, so they go right back again. So you end up watching the fight with Frieza for like 3 years. And then they finally had new episodes with like the androids and then Cell and then Majin Buu.
Oh, yes.
I was like, finally!
Yeah.
After watching Frieza for 2 years.
Honestly, I stopped watching all Dragon Ball Z shortly after the Buu series started.
Yeah, I think it was after the Buu series.
The
was
Buu series was
on.
fire.
I liked the Saiyan.
The Cell saga was
The Cell was the best,
Yeah.
I think. I was just gonna say in chronological order, the Saiyan, Frieza, and Cell sagas were all awesome. They were awesome.
Y'all gonna talk to each other. I gotta pee again.
All right. Take your mic in there so we can listen.
Yeah. No.
That's why I need some
Saga
more
is
of those.
good. The
Yeah.
Boom Saga is one of the...
Boo Saga was kind of annoying to me because they just kept pulling stuff out of their ass to give him abilities to, beat stuff.
Yeah. Maybe I'll go back and watch some of the Boo series because I didn't finish it.
That's what bothered me with him is they just kept coming up with new abilities for him in order to continue the series and make the fight longer. It's just like, come on. I think it was after that. Was about, I think, when I stopped watching, but I can't remember why.
Yeah, I think it was a combination of reasons.
So that's why I was getting into high school at that point.
Just
I probably just started playing video games exclusively on the computer at that point.
That's honestly, that's probably me too.
I was no longer in the room with the TV.
A combination of lack of interest in the Boo as an antagonist, and moving on to other things like RuneScape.
The other show I'd watch would be Gundam Wing, and that kind of is like 7th, 8th grade. It's like, okay, that's all they played out. The whole series is over, and everything they were playing on Cartoon Network.
Late night Adult
wasn't
Swim
interesting. Yeah,
became
more funny, especially a lot more South Park then.
Yeah.
Of course, I started watching South Park when I was in 3rd grade, so I was the same age as the kids when we first saw it.
I wasn't allowed to watch it until
this would be like a late night thing.
I was watching it in like high school, staying up late after my parents went to sleep because I was just like, well, as high school actually, they'd probably be cool with it. Maybe I'm thinking of middle school.
But yeah, Gundam's like my main series.
I know that there was a huge cult following of Gundam, and I never got really into it.
The Universal Century is where it's at, but there are other series for other Gundam universes, and they're all shit except for Gundam Wing. Gundam Wing wasn't really that great in the grand scheme of things. But the Universal Century covers just so much big timeline that's been going on for like 40 years with just that universe of Gundam. So it's like neat.
Gundam always seemed cool.
Yeah.
Of course, I never watched
people and giant robots fighting.
I never really got into it, but it seems cool.
I mean, I feel like I watched it a little bit.
Yeah.
When I was younger, but I never watched the full series.
Yeah. Seems a little bit like Outlaw Star.
Yeah, I never watched all of Outlaw Star. I'd watched like most of it, even when I was like, okay, I'm going to sit down and actually watch it. Or like Cowboy Bebop, I'm going to sit down and actually watch all of it. It's like I never get all the way through it.
What about that Samurai Champloo?
Samurai Champloo.
I have not watched that one yet.
Oh,
what?
Dude.
Oh, bro.
Dude, that's one of the best animes, I think.
Yeah. It's fire, and the music's good as fuck.
The music is awesome. It's such a good blend.
It's like
it's unique for an anime.
I think the producer that made it was like New James is the name of the guy. He's Japanese hip hop producer. And
I always assumed it was like a culmination or a co-op. I don't know. Like a co-op thing between a Japanese person and an American person.
It was a black dude. It was
Japanese American.
Jay Dilla and New James.
Gotcha. That's what I was thinking it was.
Yeah, that was a good ass fucking show.
Yeah.
And
for whatever reason, it seems like it was.
It was really short.
It was short, but it seemed like it was similar, or the aesthetic of it was similar to that of Boondocks. Like I want to say, like the maker of Boondocks probably worked with a Japanese company
kind of
to make an anime that's about samurai.
Boondocks was the art was kind of anime styled.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that's where you see it.
Yeah, they might have even actually made it in America.
I have no idea.
Samurai. Google it. I almost guarantee you Samurai Champloo.
You gotta watch
a couple
Samurai Champloo.
Studios that do anime in America, but
Samurai X, which turns into, I believe, Rurouni Kenshin was another one I really liked as a kid.
Yeah, it's like I never watch older stuff anymore. I'm always watching seasonal stuff as it comes out.
I never watched
Rurouni Kenshin.
Yeah.
You should, man. Start with Samurai X, because honestly, it's like a one-season show, and then Rurouni Kenshin, I think, is like a sequel that rolls into a full... I remember trying to rewatch it as an adult, and it wasn't as interesting as when I was a kid. But Samurai X, I remember being awesome. It's just a little bit darker and less filler.
Yeah, they said that this show came out in Japan and they put it on Adult Swim.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, Adult Swim's where basically a lot of stuff was aired.
Yeah.
It was really Cartoon Network in general, overall their programming was like the only gateway to anime that we had.
Yeah,
So,
like
Toonami,
and depending on how late you
bro.
stay up, Toonami.
Well, you had
and then for the older kids, they'd be like, okay, you're still awake.
Yeah,
We're
you're
gonna
Adult
roll
Swim.
straight into Adult Swim.
Yeah, but Toonami was Nickelodeon.
No,
Nope.
no, that was Cartoon Network. It was like it would.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I only watched Cartoon Network.
Yeah,
That's true.
and that would come on right as
And I like
we were
Toonami.
getting out of school.
Yeah.
So then you watch that for a few hours, and it had episodes of all the stuff you watched.
Dragon Ball Z.
You have Dragon Ball Z, some other stuff, the Gundam. Then Tenchi. Tenchi was awesome. There's like a dozen different
Oh,
Tenchi
yeah,
series.
Tenchi, yeah. Tenshi's similar to Rurouni Kenshin, but I think Rurouni Kenshin has more fighting.
Yeah, Tenchi is your introduction to the harem series and waifu hell.
It's literally, that's literally. It's
there's-
about a Japanese guy who's stuck in a house.
it's a harem
with tons
series.
of chicks who's obsessed with.
Yeah, that's the harem genre.
and that's like 90% of animes now.
Yes.
Oh, you told
Yes.
me about that show.
And
That
There's
sounds
several of them.
yeah, and they're all set, and they're all like standalone different Tenchi universes. So like they're not related to each other other than it's all the same
They're
characters.
just
I
all
think it's like a
obsessed. They're all
fantasy-
obsessed with the guy.
Yeah.
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 That sounds
And then of
so
course the guy's just
unhealthy,
like,
bro.
ew,
Yeah.
girls, and it's like trying to get away from. I think it's like a fantasy world for the viewer. I guess
It's supposed to be like a
for
self-insertion.
the for lonely audiences.
Yes.
That sounds
Like
like
me.
that sounds like Asian Johnny Bravo.
Yeah.
Like the dude's just like
Yeah,
all
it
the
is.
ladies love
It
me.
No.
No.
The difference is Johnny Bravo is obsessed with the ladies, and the ladies.
Ladies were not obsessed with him.
So in this one, it's like some nerdy kid who's just like
Yeah.
not really doesn't seemingly uninterested in women, and then the girls are all like, "Look at my tits," and they're trying to hug them, and
And he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh no!"
pretty much, yeah. And it's not.
That
just
sounds whack
It's
as
not.
fuck.
It's not just this one show. I'm telling you, it's thousands.
No, yeah,
of
the
different
whole
animes.
harem genre. There's several every season.
I didn't know
that
there was a
air.
word for it, but there's
Yeah.
they're all over the place.
Of course they are. I was trapped in waifu hell for many years.
Doesn't sound healthy. I'll be honest.
Oh, speaking of which, did I tell you when I was in college? I'm not going to specify which college, but I transferred from one to the other, and when my first semester there, I thought it was a joke, but then I realized I went to it wasn't actually a cafeteria. It was like there was like a Subway, a Chick-fil-A, a bunch of restaurants and stuff, but there was like student seating, and I just got a Subway, sat down. I was going to write a paper or read or whatever, and I remember I saw these kids that are clearly like right out of high school, and two of them were walking around with full-size body waifu pillows.
Adaki Makura.
In
Yes.
what?
what?
You guys not Japanese.
No.
Translates to hug
Adaki
pillow.
Makura?
Yeah.
I didn't need to know that,
They
Scott. I'll be
walked-
honest.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
yeah.
You're welcome.
Oh man. Well, they brought it with them to
How
A
did not
public-
get laid?
a college university, and so it was one of two things. One, they're straight out of high school because they were around that age, and they honestly that's just what they do.
Yeah.
And they identify as.
It's not what they do. I
Or
didn't do that out of high school.
Maybe I started thinking it was like, what if they're like, what do they call it?
On the
like
spectrum?
pledging. Or
Oh.
sorry.
pledging for like a
I could definitely see pledging.
They seemed kind of young though. I was like, I bet, and they also seemed a little odd, and they sat in the far back corner with some other odd people.
Okay.
And I mean, I was the odd kid in high school, so I'm not one to judge. But at no point did I walk around with a waifu pillow.
No.
You know what I mean? And so I was just, it rattled my brain. I was like, what the fuck are they doing?
Didn't you say that you did something funny? Like you went to school with like a Hello Kitty backpack?
I had, yeah, actually, probably in this scenario, I had a Hello Kitty back. It was at this college, university.
And
I
that's
went.
when you realized.
I had a Hello Kitty backpack. But okay, so I think
You probably shouldn't be walking around with a Hello Kitty.
No, I think people knew I was kidding though.
Are you sure?
No, but the other thing is I never purchased that backpack. So did I tell
Doesn't
you how
matter.
I
You
got
know,
it?
there's people that see you. They're not like, oh, he didn't purchase that.
I'm walking around with a tattoo, and I'm like older than everybody, and I'm just like, "Oh, my Hello Kitty
They
backpack."
probably think you're weird as fuck.
I also sat next to all the army guys and took notes in crayon
Really?
because they knew I was a Marine. So I'm like,
okay. Shoot,
maybe
got
some of the
crayons
people who
and
didn't know
crayons.
me
Did
thought
you
I was
eat the
serious.
paper?
Yeah.
All right. No. But so that backpack, I lived with one of my roommates. There was this closet that was the shit closet, just shit we didn't know where to put it. threw it into the shit closet, right? It's college. And we lived in the same apartment for a year. The whole year I noticed that Hello Kitty back there. Never said anything about it. Come time to move out, he's like, that's not mine. Thought it was yours. I was like, not mine. Thought it was yours. There was also a pile of clothes and like some bags of random shit. And all of that, it was like, we both thought it was the other person's. When we're moving out, I was like, and I started thinking about it, I was like, take the backpack. Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna go to school with this backpack. Yeah.
I think it's funny that you and Keaton lived together for like.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's funny that you and Keaton lived together for so long, and then he was like, you would do so much like, what do you call it, like home renovation shit, and you'd ask him like, do you have this tool? And he'd be like, no,
Oh, yeah.
and you would just look in the closet and be like, yes, you do.
That's like 200. I was like, hey, do you have a drill? Thinking about like a cheap one or something. He'd have like a $200 power drill.
Yeah, like a
in the
DeWalt
closet.
or
Somebody
something,
gave him as a gift. He just had no idea he
You'd
had
be
it.
like, no, I don't think so.
Full
And you'd look and you'd be
kits.
like, oh, yeah, you do.
he had hundreds of dollars of all these tools that he had no idea he even had.
Kind of sounds like my garage, as I have 3 to 4
Did you fix
generations
yourself?
of.
I never fall for that anymore, man. He always
He hasn't
does
done that. He gets me all the time when we're out drinking. It's just. I do that with people at work now. They'll be walking by and I'm just like this, and they'll glance over my one's like, fuck.
I still do it to this day. I don't
Yeah, you
I
do
don't
all
care.
the time. Especially when we're
It's
drinking
great.
and crashing at our other friends' place. They'll just like look over and you're just like, you're just like, fuck.
God, I'm
So
Get him.
while on the topic of Hello Kitty, before we go on to that other topic you were talking about, there's this prank I've been playing at work. So I'm not gonna say what I do, but I work in a fairly masculine environment. Not a lot of women around. And so I've
Male
been
gigolo.
yeah, I've been going out of my way to buy the most feminine
Oh
office
yes,
supplies,
I've seen your Snapchats. I'm
Yeah.
wondering, it's like,
and most
who's
of them,
supplying these? It's
yeah,
like,
most of
he
them are
is.
Hello Kitty themed. So I get little pens. I got little scissors with a pink bow on it. I got a stapler about this big that was hot pink. Another one that was a little bit bigger that had flowers on it. A little stack of Post-its with Hello Kitty on the side.
You're like,
People are using it too.
this.
People are using them. A mouse pad with Hello Kitty all over it. Now I'm thinking about getting for like $15 or something. You can get a computer monitor cover. It's like a hot pink cover with little ears. I'm thinking about just putting that on there.
That's hilarious. That wasn't sarcasm.
All right. Yeah. The only thing is they're starting to ask questions. And we have cameras.
Yeah.
And like at some point they're gonna be like, "All right, put this
let's-
stuff in there." They're gonna check the
They
cameras.
don't know it's you.
Well, I think most of them do.
Oh.
Yeah. Thing
I
is,
think
even
most
after
of-
the cameras, they find out who to just keep doing
I
it.
think I'm one of few people who would do something like this. So I think
Yeah.
most people don't even have to check the cameras. They're like, "Man, this motherfucker."
Yeah.
So before we go on to the next topic, to go back a couple topics before we're talking about a couple of fast food places, a heated debate that me and you had. We were talking about, and I've been talking about it for the past 2 weeks. Scott, what's better, Cookout or Steak and Shake?
I have not been to a cookout
Ever?
ever, but Steak and Shake in recent years, has been kind of declining quite a bit.
What?
And everyone keeps telling me about Cookout. So,
They're not the same thing though.
Cookout was
They're not the same
awesome.
thing though.
And I can't speak much for Steak and Shake because I've only had it like once. It was years ago, and I got something super greasy. So it's not. That's what I pictured. With Cookout, it's not very greasy.
Dude,
It's,
Cookout, everything that you get at Cookout, you can get out of a fucking freezer bag. Like, literally, you could get it out of the fucking freezer section at Walmart.
that's what it sounds
dude,
like.
no, it's like if you were to grill burgers. Not as good as if you were to. It's not the quality, obviously, but it's not like fast food.
Their main
It
things
is, but it
are
doesn't seem like fast
burgers,
food.
onion rings, fucking... Dude, I'm telling you, everything that you get there, you could fucking make it in the air fryer.
Pretty much everything I get is chicken. I get chicken. I get the chicken.
You're the
strip
only person
tray
getting chicken from Cookout.
with a Cajun chicken wrap and fries.
Trash.
But if I were to get their burgers, it's better than any other fast food burger.
No, the burgers are ass.
Because it's not like all the other fast food
They're
burgers are like
butthole.
greasy ass burgers with like soggy flat buns. This is
Who's
like
saying that? Cookout's not greasy, because Cookout's greasy as fuck.
if it's greasy, it doesn't seem like. I'm not saying it's healthy.
Oh,
I'm
God,
saying
no.
it.
I didn't say it was healthy either.
I'm saying
it tastes greasy too, motherfucker.
Okay, I'm saying it doesn't. I'm
does.
saying it at least tastes and seems
Maybe the one
like
that
you're
you're at.
eating more substantial healthy food. Even if that's not the case, it feels that way, and it makes it taste better.
But in my defense, there are no cookouts where I'm at.
Yeah, that's fair.
They have them down here, but not where I'm from.
They have them where I live, but not where I work, and we're trying to
Yeah.
get them. We even emailed them, being like, "Hey, we want one here."
I mean, if we
Consider
had one here, I'd eat it.
However, I think I heard news of one.
There's
is
one
coming
right
to-
here.
Where we work, motherfucker.
Yeah.
We work.
But
in
there
the
should
same
be a cookout coming to my city, from what I heard. But
There should be a bunch.
But I live
to where you
outside the city, so it's like 45-minute drive for me to go past KFC's to get Popeyes. And it's like, I'm going to get something better than Popeyes if I'm driving 45 minutes.
If I'm driving 45 minutes, I'd like to have a city better than that. I'll be honest.
That's because I live outside the city. I live in the next county over.
This shit sucks ass.
It's like, look, in the last 10 years, we recently went from a 1 traffic light town to a 3 traffic light town, okay?
Yeah, well.
We ain't got shit.
Leader of feces eating cult arrested after 11 dead bodies discovered during raid.
Yeah. Let me Google this because it's fucking awesome. So it's actually okay. So there's a cult in Thailand. There's this cult leader, and all the cult members believe that this cult leader is pretty much like Jesus Christ, whatever. Maybe not Jesus Christ exactly, but they think that he's like God.
Yeah.
And
That's usual with most cults.
yeah.
You convince them that you're God.
So
Or a prophet of some sort.
Yes.
here we go. Here's the article, so we can just read.
I hate to be the law enforcement guy who has to respond to this thing.
You're like, what the
It's like,
fuck
hey,
did I-
yo, we need to go investigate this feces-eating cult with dead bodies. It's like, nah, I'm retired.
Yeah.
I quit the force.
Quit. Wait for Halloween.
Yeah.
Thai police raided the compound of a suspected cult leader in some Providence on Sunday, discovering at least 11 bodies during the search. Local authorities were able to raid the compound after the group allegedly violated land encroachment laws and broke COVID-19
Okay, so
restrictions.
that's the reason they found them. That's how you got caught. Like, you were doing fine and nobody cared until you did that.
Law enforcement had already been made aware of the group after allegations were shared that the community had been consuming the bodily fluids of its leader. After the police made their way, they found the remains of the 11 people.
Okay, so you're in the cult. You think, and you get to the point where it's like the guy's like, "I want you to eat my poop." It's like, do you not have second guessing yourself at that point? You're like, "Yo, maybe this isn't my thing."
Oh my God! Here's one portion. Last year, an elderly monk decapitated himself with a homemade device in an attempt to reincarnate as a higher being. His followers helped him build the contraption and help him commit suicide. More widely known as the whatever group.
Dhammakaya, I guess.
Yeah. Holy shit.
You made them drink his urine.
Oh, yeah. Up
feces.
here on the top. The strange group was known in the area to conduct themselves in a religious-like manner where devotees of the Father would do almost anything for the man. Some say he would force his followers to drink his urine, eat his feces, and consume dirt in order to heal physical illness.
Kind of sounds like a Jackass movie.
Yeah, so, but from what I had read was that they were saying that there was people that were sick, and he was like, you know what you should do to heal you?
Just went all R. Kelly on him.
Eat my shit. Can you believe that people like this exist? Like, on Earth? It's kind of unreal. A snippet from television shows a woman who appears to be a member of the cult saying that she did not detect an unpleasant odor while consuming the human waste.
So she says only those with a tainted mind may smell it.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Okay.
I swear to God, if that's the woman.
Is that a woman?
No English subtitles.
Yeah, subtitles might help a little bit.
What's the point of having someone speak Thai and having Thai subtitles.
Yeah, on an
I
English
mean, they
site.
do that on.
Well, that's a Thai tweet that they're
Right.
referencing, but okay. It would be nice with translations.
Yeah, it's true. It's just
So this has been a while now. It's been like a month now. There was a volcano out in, I believe it was in the Pacific Ocean, where scientists had viewed it, and they said that there was a shite ton of sharks that were surrounding this volcano. And you know how they have like all the Sharknado movies. Pretty much, the fucking
Sharkano.
sharks got blown up in the fucking atmosphere. So,
All right, well that explains
Yeah.
that. Did you ever see that video footage from the satellite of a volcano recently that just went like boom? Like it was zoomed out and you could see like the shock wave go across the ocean. Like,
what was that? I sent that to you. I forget what it
It was
was.
a couple months ago, but it was
Huge.
it was a big one.
Giant
It's like we've never had
volcano.
footage like this
It
before.
was like scary.
we were zoomed out pretty
You could
good
see
from the planet,
shockwaves,
and you
like,
could just see
from
see the cloud go up and just
from the satellite.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like wow. That wasn't.
What are
even
we
close
gonna
to the
What are we
biggest
gonna
eruption.
do when this fucking the super volcano goes up in
Drink.
Wyoming? I don't think we're even gonna know. I think we'll just be
No,
fucked
because
by that
no one
point.
lives in Wyoming, so no one will be there to tell us.
No, if the do you know what the super volcano?
Yeah, the
is?
Yellowstone.
Yeah, super volcano in Wyoming.
Supposedly.
It's not supposedly, it's there. It fucking if it explodes, like it's gonna cover all of North America and a lot of the Earth in volcanic ash,
It's winter
blocking the UV rays for like
ever.
50 to 100 years, so nobody can grow plants.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do?
I guess we'll just die.
I got enough Twinkies and Spam to live me for a lifetime.
Oh yeah.
But honestly, I mean,
We'll never
there's
poop
gonna
again, but
be it
yeah.
won't be the end of humanity. You know what I mean? But
We
people
find
that
a
are
way.
people that are rich enough to have
What you do is you do
greenhouses,
growhouses, yeah.
huge greenhouses.
greenhouses is what we'll do.
But
I was gonna say I'd eat Andrew. I'd start with Andrew.
I start with his sister.
Giggity. He went there.
Yeah, dude. I'm the editor. I can say whatever I want.
Yeah. Leave that in.
She always just like claws, even when she claws at stuff. It's just with her.
She's like pretty nice. About
Yeah.
that.
Really
Yeah.
nice kitty.
Her to be like,
Real fucking nice
Does.
kitty right here. So you found this little cocksucker in a storm drain.
yeah.
Real fucking nice kitty right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it took me a while. I was like, where's that?
Yeah.
Trailer Park Boys, bro.
Trailer Park Boys.
Bubbles.
Yeah.
This is fucking great.
Have you seen the Marine Corps? The Marine that's copying that?
No.
Bubbles.
Yes.
Oh, you should have seen the meme I sent him earlier. It's like, oh, you're Marine. Name 10 people from your unit. Garcia. Well, I set the bar really low with that one.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was aggressive.
Oh no.
You just eat the cat.
Oh,
The cat's like, more.
it was aggressive. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Get out of here. He's just like underneath me, going nuts.
She's just coming back for more after you get her across the room. She's like, hey, play with me.
I love the cat.
I know.
All right.
Play with my sock.
Would you rather be able to go Super Saiyan or have the Death Note?
Super Saiyan.
I'm gonna go Super Saiyan on this motherfucking cat. It
Yeah.
doesn't stop getting on my fucking wires. All right, hold on.
Hold on. Kitty, kitty.
Put her on the other side in the kitchen. Shut the door.
Yeah. We'll play with her later. Gonna eat the cat to the other room.
Yeah, stand by, everyone.
The cat is
Elisha
being
has
eaten.
to banish my cat from the room. She won't leave us alone.
She's going
Won't leave
ape
the
shit under his chair.
wires alone.
Tugging on all the wires. Chewing on all the stands for everything.
Sorry, guys.
Chewing on all the power cords.
My gut reaction.
She needs to get pissed on again, is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, my gut reaction.
Gonna
Yeah.
piss on you.
Yeah. Oh, that's a whole nother story.
Oh,
we already
Yeah, we
told
did
fuck it.
episode 1. Which is funny because that was the night you got picked up here. And I was still at the
No,
piss
we're talking
palace.
about when he
I
pissed
peed.
on the
I
cat.
peed.
He peed on the cat.
Yeah.
We're here.
Yeah.
He peed on the cat because she kept getting into the bowl.
She jumped.
He
into my
didn't
tray.
say a fucking thing.
No, that was the night that
listen,
It
you
was
picked you
before
up.
you all came over.
Yeah.
Oh,
Before
that
you
is
came
the
over.
same night.
Yeah. I stayed at the Piss Palace,
Yeah.
and because I was the other party involved, reference episode 3. I stayed the entire night at the Piss Palace, and that was disgusting. Her dogs are great. I played with her kitties all night.
If anybody
Follow.
doesn't know, this is the episode that we're talking about.
Yeah,
What
episode
happened
3,
was
Burning Bridges.
this nasty ass chick had invited us over to her house.
Originally,
and-
she invited me because I think she said fuck it on the rest of the night, and then saw you in the hallway, and she always had a hard on for you, and wouldn't go.
And then you took the beer and left.
Yeah, she took all the drinks and left.
Yeah. I went over there, saw
Like
how
you stepped
disgusting
in,
it was,
it's
and I was like, nah, I'm leaving. Also, give me all your beer.
Yeah, because everything got spilled out on the front, but you just had like 2 or 3 in every single pocket on your jacket, your pants, everything.
I think it was more than you thought it was.
More than I saw.
It was a
And
lot.
then you
I
came
saw a
over
bunch.
and pet my cat, which I had just accidentally
Yeah.
peed on.
Yeah.
And I'm there in the Piss Palace all alone. Like, she up and went to bed, like, as soon as you left. And
But
Other
that
friends
same
both
night, this
bookcase.
fucker had pissed on that goddamn
Yeah.
cat.
as
The
before
cat-
that, and didn't tell
And
you
I was
until
sitting
way
here and I was
later.
like,
Into my
petting him,
stream.
fucking.
Yeah, because like you were sending me pictures of you snuggling up with the kitty and everything. Because I was sending you pictures of her
Yeah.
kitties playing with me.
Yeah, and you were like, oh, fuck.
Got some kitty.
Yeah, you were like, oh, fuck, I wish I could be there.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, well, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Meanwhile, there's a piss cat on your chest.
Literally.
Went from Piss Palace to Piss
Yeah.
Cat.
Oh, I used the bathroom at the Piss Palace.
Did you? How gross was
Well-
that?
Bad. Also, that toilet was small as fuck, and I'm a bit of a thick boy. But
Oh,
it-
that's
it's
probably gonna be like my toilet because it's anywhere downtown.
Yeah.
They're like.
She doesn't live downtown. She lives over by the fucking...
Right. I'm just
I
saying
don't
mine is
remember where
because
she
it's a
lives.
downtown location and it's a historic
Yeah.
building, and they're not going to bother
That
replacing
fucking...
the toilets.
Yeah.
What's that bar called?
That one's
The
just probably
one, you
because
know
she
the
has a small
karaoke
toilet.
bar? The karaoke bar?
Yes.
She lives
Sorry.
over
I
there.
had Indian food earlier that day. So when I woke up before she did, and it's just like...
You should have just
Yo.
let the fat shit and just
Should've just shit.
left.
it was not solid.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit in a sink.
That's what I could have. I mean, it was essentially smaller than the sink, probably, but it was like had to go in there. But there's like little fruit flies and shit flying everywhere.
Damn.
And
Are
it's
you
just like,
serious?
yeah, there are bugs in there. It's just like, oh my god. It's like, well, I'm about to make this place a hell of a lot nastier because they had Indian
Yeah.
food. And it's like, man, I hope she doesn't wake up right as I finish shitting and comes right in there.
That would have been so
Yeah.
funny that you took a shit there. That was like the cherry on top,
Oh,
bro.
Yeah,
That's
that
You
would've
should have left it, bro.
Yeah. Someone.
Should have just left
She
it
was-
and then Ubered out of there to
Yeah.
my car.
She was abandoned with her beer missing and shit all over her bathroom.
Yeah. And a
Even-
broken bookcase. And then
Fucking even better, you should have just taken a shit and then left the seat up and just let her dogs just go to town.
dogs were awesome though. But yeah.
But they would have eaten that shit though, let's be honest.
I mean, they're dogs, of course.
Yeah.
But then later, that wasn't the end of the
Wrong.
shitting. Is we all went to Waffle House and met up, and I went back to our other friend's place.
We
Went in
did,
there.
didn't we? Yeah.
Completely aggravated assault and battery on his toilet, and then left.
Who? Oh, yeah.
I went back to his place real briefly just to take his shit, and then just left. Got in my car, but it was total aggravated assault and battery on his toilet. I was like, wow.
He told me he just woke up and just
Yeah, he
like
just woke up in the middle of the
he-
night.
He said he just looked down and he was just covered in
He
hair.
was. Apparently,
No, I know he was. I got a picture of him.
I have pictures of him passed out too. There, I have like a bunch of pictures of him.
Dude,
passed
he
out.
was so fucking drunk. Like
But
he
it
had
turns
like
out-
he had like the fucking shit on his mouth, or he was like you know, like
Yeah.
like he was so wasted. He had whites on the inside, like on his mouth. I was like,
he
holy
was chugging
shit!
the whiskey before we left.
We got there.
Yeah.
Literally,
Yeah, he is.
we were all hanging out, having a good time. He shows up late with a bottle of peanut butter whiskey.
and just like
Literally puts it
Shut.
straight up to the sky and
he's
just
like
starts chugging
has
it.
like a bunch of it left next to the water and just whoa.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you're like
I was like,
120
oh
pounds now.
my god.
It turns out that spot on the couch is where Pyrenees sleeps at night. So that's where all the big dog hair came from. So I'd wake up, there's the Pyrenees, and then the beagle would be up here on me. Or that's the only part that was nice.
I thoued it was funny that you thought that I left because I was like doing a bro move.
Yeah, I thought you could do it. I was like, oh, bro, I appreciate it. And as I started to sober up, I'm like, I am so not into this anymore.
Yeah. you're like, thanks, bro. Thanks for leaving, man. I appreciate that. And I was like,
Yeah, sure.
He's like, yeah, anything for the team, bro.
you looked around, bro?
Yeah, we watched Monty Python.
Hey, she's nice, though.
Yeah.
Place disgusting.
Oh, God, there's like fucking leaves on the floor everywhere and stuff.
That was an
There
interesting
was.
night. Because when I went to come pick you up, that's when some chick was puking out of a moving vehicle.
Yeah.
And just kept going.
Oh, man.
There must have been a game or a
But
party or
yeah,
something.
I didn't know where it was, and I'm just like, okay, because she was sleeping and she like hadn't moved since she went to bed. Because she left the door open.
The little piece of you think she died?
Kind of hoping, but it's like, I need to, you know.
He's like, I'm not
I got
that
to the point
lucky.
where I had created an Uber account because I've never used that stuff before.
Oh
and I was
my
like, I was
God.
going to Uber myself out of there.
You never Ubered before. You literally had to make an account.
Yeah, so I'm just like registered right there for an Uber account.
Well, what told me is that he woke up and he had no recollection.
Yeah,
Of where he was
had
at
no idea.
at all.
I just saw him get
The
up
only
and he's talking on the phone.
He said I looked over and Scott was there, so he knew he was safe. Is what he told me. he said I looked. He's like, man, I had no idea where I was at. I woke up. He goes,
Shit, man.
he's like, shit, man. He said I looked over. I saw
man.
Scott. He said I saw Scott. He said I knew I was okay. That place was fucking nasty, man. I was just like, oh yeah.
I was like, man, everyone bailed out for me. It's like, Jesus.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Q in forever. I'm gonna hang out. All right, well, back to the question at hand
Super Saiyan. Of
versus
course.
Death Note.
Y'all are both picking Super Saiyan off the
course.
rip.
Oh, right off
Super
the
Saiyan
rip.
versus
yeah.
that.
Easy, dude.
Dude, you got more,
Who
but
in
you
the
got
right
more power.
mind would pick Death Note?
I mean, Death Note is more incognito,
Potentially, you got more power than
Stealthy.
Death Note.
but Super Saiyan,
Yeah,
I just
you
go in
can
there like,
fly.
ha, suck my dick. I
You can fucking fly,
I
bro.
can fucking kick people's
You can
asses
shoot
all day.
lasers out of your fucking
Anus.
fingers, and you can fly, and you have super strength. You have all
They
these.
can
extra-
also breathe in like space.
Yeah.
like Death Note, you might be able to.
Death Note, you
More
can do
long
it from
term.
behind the
But you,
And it's
scenes.
more
the only
incognito.
thing that can kill Goku would be the Death Note.
Yeah, true.
Fair,
But then the Dragon Balls.
but then the Dragon Ball.
But then the Dragon Balls have
Super Saiyan.
recharged.
Simply
Yeah, but if
because
I
it
kill
seems more
Bulma
fun.
and Krillin and Trunks and
Krillin's
Vegeta,
always dead.
if I just fucking write it down,
Yeah. Krillin's always dead. That's what he does, man. He
I
fucking
pick Super
dies.
Saiyan just because it seems more
Yeah.
cool, and it would
Classic.
be a lot
it's definitely more
fun.
badass.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing is, we talked about it before. Like, okay, now you're like a Super Saiyan. That's like the strongest being in the galaxy. You're about to start bringing in
It's like
all
I
these
can-
fuck boys. Are you up to that challenge to fight
Fuck
people?
yeah.
Do
and
they
defend
necessarily
Earth?
know that I'm there? How are they going to know?
They feel your key, bro.
Yeah, but then I get to
Unless
fight all
you
these
suppress
fuckboys
it. I mean,
and
that
kick
is
their ass to
a,
be
that
the
is a
savior.
Saiyan thing to do. Only if you don't go Super Saiyan.
Well, I'm
You still got funny power.
I'm going Super Saiyan.
But yeah, of
Well,
course.
then they're
going
gonna know
Super
you're
Saiyan.
there.
Of course,
You're
accidentally
You're gonna
going Super
defend
Saiyan.
Earth from
Yeah.
Frieza.
Why not? Frieza's a bitch, yo. You know how much filler he
I'll
took?
be a
You know what
lazy
I would
Super
do?
Saiyan.
I'll fucking write Frieza's name down on the book.
Yeah.
And we'll be over with.
But they keep bringing him back from the dead, too.
Guess what? Write it again.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd be way more vulnerable with the fucking death book, the Death Note, you know.
Yeah, but you'd also be more, inconspicuous. It's like, how could they know it's you or
That's
what's
fair.
causing anything? Especially if you write down the deaths as, like, plausible, very plausible causes. Like, no one would really know what's going on unless you're doing, like, a bunch of high-profile deaths, like, every
I mean,
day.
that's my problem, is that I would. I'd be like,
Yeah.
Kim Jong-un, Kim Jong-il. Kim Jong-il's been
So you
dead,
just
but
see a
Kim
different person
Jong-un
as a
Yeah.
different...
just gone.
Then you find
Okay.
out that there's like 200 Kim Jong-un clones, so it's like, it does... So
You
they
just
keep
figure out the
popping
next
up.
one's name.
You just keep writing down his name
Yeah.
over and over. Kim Jong-un, the 205th.
Yeah, the funny thing is, you'd write Kim Jong Un, and then he'd
He's
still be
still
on,
there.
he'd still be on TV. And you'd be like, okay,
Find out
let
they
me
have, like,
find out this guy's actual name.
It's
Like,
clone factories.
Yeah.
They're all Kim Jong-un.
exactly.
Or you write Kim Jong Un and like 2,000 people drop dead.
Yeah. This is a common
yeah, bro.
names.
What the fuck? That's something they
Well, you
never.
have to
That's
have-
something that they never
They
talk
did.
about.
No,
Like,
You have to have their face in your mind.
Okay.
oh, you had to
So if
see
you-
them.
that's
right?
why
So you
if
can't
you
just write John Smith and kill half the population.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's why you can't kill somebody you don't know what they look like. If someone's wearing a mask, you can't use it.
Okay.
Damn, that's scary because like if you had to see Goku, if you had to see Frieza in person, you had to be like, let me write this down.
On television, it counts though, because he was
Yeah.
killing people on the news. So you can, as long as he's on the news or whatever, then. Because I've never met Kim Jong Un, but I've seen his face.
Yep. His fat face.
You think you have?
Yeah.
Seen his
Saw his
sister.
clothes.
Allegedly have.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Probably best looking dictator.
Oh, God.
Potential dictator.
Definitely.
Like potential
Yeah.
dictator.
Like evil heads of state.
Yeah.
Like goddamn.
She'd be top of the
Dictator.
list.
There's not a man in the free world who wouldn't.
Probably the best looking dictator.
It's like,
Hold on,
look,
let me
I know she
Google
stands for
dictator.
everything evil on this planet, but goddamn, I would balls deep.
Yeah. No, she's the best looking
Including
potential
balls.
dictator.
Oh, yeah.
She's not a dictator, but she could
technically
have
be
been.
second in
She
line.
could have been though.
Yeah.
And she still might be. I mean, Kim Jong Un's not exactly in shape.
Yes, when he had that heart surgery or something, and no one knew where he was for a while.
Oh, you're not wrong.
I think he did
Yeah,
have a
that's-
heart surgery.
yeah.
And they
I mean, look at the dude.
because
It's
they were like, oh, he had a heart surgery, and then he pretended like he didn't have one.
Yeah.
I feel like he did.
Yeah.
They just like played it off. You
yeah,
know?
like we didn't know if he was dead or alive
Yeah.
at that point.
I think he just played it
and
off.
we were speculating whether or not, because it was the grandfather's birthday, which is like the biggest national holy day, and he wasn't there for the parade. It's
Kim
like
Il
there's-
Sung.
yeah, there was no
Yeah.
reason he would have missed that if he wasn't incapacitated.
No way that he would have.
Yeah, but he missed that parade, and it had to be because he was incapacitated, which meant heart surgery. I mean, the dude's
Kim
shaped like a freaking
Il-sung.
barrel. I mean, I'm not a thin guy, but he's
Kim
huge thick.
Kim Yo Jong.
Is that his
Girl?
sister?
Yeah, the sister.
Yeah,
She's kind of hot.
I know she is.
For a dictator,
He's
potential
not.
dictator,
Yeah, for a
potential-
dictator, for a potential dictator.
I mean, I'd bang a dictator, especially if she was hot. Unless they're the ones that kill all their kind of like that one King Henry who beheaded
You
all
could
his
change
wives.
their mind though.
Yeah.
You know,
Some dictator ussy.
the pussy.
Dick ussy.
Have you been to? Oh, I know you haven't been to Bussies yet. Have you?
Oh, pussy? No, I have not. Where's that at?
Is it-
Which is a ways from me.
Yeah, it's far, even from here.
Yeah, but still, the inside of a bussy. You've been there.
I'm trying to think of like what is the hottest dictator. I think most of them are men's.
Yeah, they're all men.
If I had to
Probably
say,
not many female dictators.
if I had to say the hottest dictator,
I think his sister's the closest thing there is to a female dictator.
hottest dictator there was ever.
Probably maybe like Cleopatra. Was she a dictator?
Technically, right? I mean,
Sort of, yeah.
I mean, dictator's a loose.
It was kind of a monarchy,
Yeah,
except
it's
It
it
was
hard
a
to
monarchy.
define.
So, like a monarch is
but monarchies and
Well,
dictatorships kind of go hand
go
in
hand
hand.
in hand.
So
Probably
If you
Cleopatra.
count monarchs, and I'm sure there's been some attractive queens and
oh yeah,
stuff.
Not many though.
definitely.
Yeah, I googled female dictator and Google Images, and there's like some ugly women, and then Kim Yo Jong.
Yeah,
So I think she's pretty much our only. Well, that's the runner-up.
I still think going back for a minute, I think having the Death Note, I think you have more power than Goku. Because you can kill
Like-
Goku.
politically and
Yes, you can change
in
things.
society, is like you
Yeah.
could. I would say more power. Whereas Super Saiyan is you have physical power,
You could actually just go. and
but you
fuck-
could actually just
kill those
bust
people.
into wherever and just like
and
fuck
kill
people
those
up.
people. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
It's not very subtle.
It's not subtle. at
It's
all.
not subtle. The
No.
Death Note is rather subtle. Just mysterious people dying of very explainable circumstances in very key positions. Whereas Super Saiyan, I can just bust into any high security place I want to go to and be like, you're my bitch now.
All right, we're about to head off on this. This is our last question of the day. All right, Scott, what do you think would win in a fight to the death? A silverback gorilla,
He's heard this one.
I have, but I haven't been able to give my input.
True.
silverback gorilla, or a grizzly bear? To the death.
I'd definitely go with Grizzly. As someone who did study biology for a little while. Grizzly,
Yeah, he studied biology.
They're,
He knows.
and I've watched many shows about this. They're
Yeah.
bigger, they got bigger muscle, they got the claws, which will pretty much just take your face
Just
right off.
take everything off.
Yeah, it just one
Just
swipe.
take a whole entire
Yeah.
chunk out your fucking
Gorillas
body.
got some fucking muscle, but they don't got the claws,
They
the
don't.
teeth.
They don't.
Or
And everybody wants
size
to
on
and
that.
everybody wants to say that they're so intelligent. Doesn't mean that they can wield a weapon.
Gorillas aren't exactly that.
So you're
mobile
always acting
either.
like I've been opposing that.
No, you've been opposing it.
No, I've been entertaining the idea that a silverback might win. I've never once said, "Oh yeah, I'm leaning. I'm going to say this is the definitely going to win." That being said, most people I've talked to, the majority of people that I've talked to about this, say silverback.
You chose your side.
If I had to pick a side, I'd say silverback.
You're team gorilla.
And most, yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
And most people that I've talked to have said that as well.
And most logical people that I've talked to have said grizzly bear.
All right, well,
So
I'll have to get more guests on, and then we'll have a more evened out debate about this.
So I've watched shows on grizzly attacks. Basically, gorilla's not going to get close. Grizzly bear's going to come up, swipe. They're pretty much unconscious.
Dude, the
Their face is hanging off, and then they go in with the teeth on the neck.
they'll
and it's
take
just-
a
that's
whole
it.
entire chunk out your
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah.
I feel like they're pretty slow, though.
They're not.
Not
though.
no. No.
Thank you. That's
I'm not talking about running.
Dude, they run with their fucking.
Doesn't matter.
We've talked about this 1,000 times.
we
They
have, and
run
every
with
time
their
you're talking
front
about-
legs. They run with their front legs, and they run fast as fuck.
Yeah.
So if they can run fast as fuck with their front legs and stand up and use those
They
same
stand
front
up.
legs,
They put
it's
their weight
just
into the
as
swipe.
fast.
You're down.
Cougar can just
No, because they're long.
What I'm saying, okay, I guess let me rephrase: fast and agile. They can't fucking.
They're agile as shit. They
Yeah.
can climb up trees.
They'll throw
like
their
a
whole
fucking
body
son
weight
of a
into
bitch.
something, while the gorilla can maneuver more.
Not really. Gorillas don't really maneuver too well.
I mean, comparatively speaking, to a gorilla, or sorry, to a grizzly.
Still not really.
Scott knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, it's like gorillas. They're built for kind of in the trees and wooded areas. They're densely. They don't move around too well.
I mean, they stand up and they do this
Yeah,
and beat their
but
chest.
that's about it.
A fucking grizzly bear could fucking beat their chest too. They just don't.
Yeah,
It's just more or less like a fucking
Yeah.
instinct.
it's kind of a warning sign
Yeah.
sort of thing, and yeah,
Grizzlies don't need to warn
no.
because they just fucking kill your ass.
I was just providing why I had mindset, providing my reasoning behind saying that a silverback, I think, could hold its own, potentially.
Sounds like you're salty that we got a guest on that agrees with me. But it's
No,
okay.
you're always so aggressively, like, trying to prove me wrong about this, and I've never once really said, yeah, I think a silverback would win.
It's been our number one conversation
It
since
has.
the beginning. So
It has.
we have to ask. So,
Alright.
all right, guys. It's been a good podcast. I had a fun time. Scott's going to be back on again. So
Yeah,
we'll have more podcasts. Hopefully more videos. I know this one's been a audio only
get it right
experience.
eventually.
Yeah, we'll get it right eventually.
There's some video.
Yeah, some video, but we'll see how that goes. But anyway, you guys have a good night and stay bricked up.
Stay bricked up.
Stay bricked up.
Grizzly Bear's gonna win.